Hi and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to have another play with these circle doilies, and I have some other Christmas decorations for you. Now I also seen on it was on Facebook, and one of the groups on there that had she had put up a picture of her Christmas tree, the square folded Christmas tree that I did, but she did it with a round doily. And I just want to show you that you can do those Christmas trees if you don't have any squares. You certainly can do it with a round doily. Look, just fold your your circle in like that and up like that, and you've got a triangle. So if you don't think that you need a square, you can certainly fold your little circles and your large circles like this in together, and then up that way to make a little Christmas tree. Okay, so don't think you need just a square. You can use a circle. And another lady said she was using her ones to make a bunting. Wouldn't that look beautiful? Because she didn't use that many decorations, but a little bunting would just look perfect. I love buntings. And also I wanted to show you this doily too. This is a gorgeous oval shaped doily, and you could certainly use this to make a gorgeous elongated angel. Look what you get when you fold that over, and then you get this beautiful scallop down here. You could add nice long dangly beads and put a gorgeous big halo on her and make that look just stunning. Where's a little one? Not that one. I think I put it in the box, but you get where I'm going. And this could just be gorgeous. I might even go ahead and do this one for my own decoration. It's just stunning. So there's a couple ideas on some of the past videos. Alright, now today's, I'll just put these two aside. Today's make, I've been to the Opshop, and at this time of the year you will get all sorts of secondhand baubles and Christmas decorations, and I found a bag of them, and like they were all, there's a whole bag of them, and I thought, because there was other things in it that I liked, and I thought, well, I'm not going to chuck these ones out because they're just plastic and they're not old or anything, because I like to collect vintage Christmas. But I could cover these in some gorgeous doilies. So that's my make, and I've picked, now when you've got a bauble, these are all the same size, you need to pick a doily that when you hold it at the top there, it will reach down to the bottom. Okay, that's like you can't choose something that's not going to reach down to the middle. Oh, hear that grumbling? Oh, there's some serious grumbling out there today. We're going to have a lot of rain come, I think. So you need to pick a doily that fits down to the middle as one half. So I'm using two little rounds to cover this bauble. Okay, now you could cover them that way, okay, and you'd see the pattern, or you could cover it this way as well, and you'd see the pattern in a different way. Now we'll start with, I'll just put those ones aside and that aside, and we'll start with this one. And I've threaded up my needle with beading thread, and I've waxed it, and let's get going. Now I'll take off this little topper, the hanger, and keep that because I'll use it. And I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut out just this middle motif, because I'm going to use that little space there to go over the point of the bauble. Thank you all so much for your lovely comments and your likes on my latest videos, especially these doily ones. It's just amazing. It's just amazing your kindness that you've given to me. All right, so we've got this cut out, and we're just going to pop that then over the top of there, so that then we can, because you can't get that over. I mean, you might be able to stretch it, but usually you can't. So I'm going to put my hot glue gun on. Okay, I've got my glue heated up now. Somebody asked me where I got this glue gun from, because it's got a really good precision tip on it. This is the Glue brand, GLOO, and I bought it in Spotlight Australia. But if you look up that brand, or if you type in hot glue gun with a precision tip, you can often get glue guns that have tips that you can change in and out, and have a small tip or a bigger tip, and it's really handy to have this small tipped glue gun. Right, I'm just going to put some glue just around the top of this bauble, and we're going to glue that then onto the top. Okay, now also you could totally just glue that down if you just wanted a half bauble look and then decorate it, but I'm going to completely cover mine. But I also want another little doily, this little star one, to sit on top of that and make it look really cute. Okay, so I'm just going to put that one then over the top of that, and then you can go ahead and add your little hanger, and that hot glue will help it stay there. I love the addition of another one on top. Right, now the bottom piece, I just had to go out and check outside because the wind just whipped up, and I'm glad I did, because it blew some of my plants over. Okay, the bottom piece, I might just put a spot where that bottom would be, just a tiny one. So then I'm going to put a little bit of glue, and I'm not going to cut the doily out of this one, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there just to hold that in place so I can stitch it. Okay, so that's my bottom. Okay, and you could so put that on something else. I know I'm being really frugal, but I love saving bits. Now, I'm just going to turn that hot glue gun off and bring my needle in, which I've got glue on things, and I've threaded that up and I've waxed it, and I'm just going to fasten it down behind the doily here so I don't see that fastening knot. Okay, and just cut off that tail so I don't see anything underneath it except the bauble. And then I'm going to pick a spot on the doily where I'm just going to join them up. So this is an experiment as well. I haven't made one of these before, so we'll do it together. Oh, I should have stayed at the back there. Alright, so we'll just do little stitches and firstly and join it up, and then we'll add some decoration to it. So I'm just going to go on each little point here and then I'm going to skip up so I don't see the thread through the bauble. I don't want to see that thread. And then I'm going to skip back down to the next point, and I'm seeing my thread here, which I don't like. Let's put a tiny little bit of glue at the back of you. Then just be careful where you put your thread, because you will see it. Okay, and then I'm just going to catch the next point, and that's what I'm going to do all the way around. I'm going to join this up so that all these little points are connected, and hopefully I won't have too much slack because I pre-looked at it to see how it would fit. Okay, we have done right around the bauble. It's looking good. It's created like a little pattern all around the bauble, which is just beautiful. And it's a nice size for this bauble. So you've got to test the size crochet little rounds on your bauble to make sure it does fit quite snug or nicely. Right, and then what we're going to do is decorate it. Now, I found this gorgeous lot of beads on eBay. They're secondhand, and I paid, I think it was about $15 for the box, and then a bit off on postage. But aren't they beautiful? They are just stunning, stunning beads. So I want to put some of these on this project, and what I'm going to do is pick out something that might match, like these little ones. They would match, and I'll put some shorter little beads on the top little star, and then we'll put longer ones that drop down. So I'm going to skip up to the top, so I don't want to see that thread, so I'm going to skip up carefully and go right up to the top. And then just skip out to, then just skip out to the edge of this little star, and I'm just going through the back so I don't see the thread. Okay, and then bring it out at the point of that star. Alright, and I'm going to put a couple of these gorgeous little cream beads on, and one of these little cream colored drop beads, and I think that will look really pretty. So hang on, which way do I got to go? This way, and then another little one. Okay, so that's going to sit on each point. So I missed this last bead that I put on. Go back through all the others, and I'm going to go back through the fabric and then pull that up. So there's nothing, you can't see the thread, And then I'm going to go back to the back of that star. Oops. Okay, isn't that beautiful? And then I'm going to skip to the next, through under the back to the next point, just so I don't see that thread. And I could have sewn this on, I could have sewn these points on before I glued it to the bauble. That could that probably could have worked. So in hindsight, you know, if you're doing this, you could totally do that. Sew that on beforehand, and it might help. Let's get some of these gorgeous little drop beads. They're just stunning. I often, you know, type in to places secondhand beads and to see what comes up, and this came from Tasmania, someone in Tasmania, and oh, so I had them on my watch list for quite a while, and nobody bought them, and I thought, gosh, they are just gorgeous. I'm gonna get them. Just make sure that's snugged up nicely. Okay, looking at this, I so should have added something into the middle here, so I'm going to go and do that. I've got some little rice shaped beads out of that container. Get on my needle and I'll see how they fit in there. Yeah, they'll look nice. So I'm going to put them inside each of these little spaces, and it'll be a bit easier this time. I won't have to go so fussy around each of the points. Right, we've got the top little layer on of this, and doesn't it look gorgeous? It looks gorgeous. Okay, now we're going to go around to each of these and put something on there. Alright, I had a couple of goes at different combinations of what might look good on this. And what I came up with, I got this necklace from the Opshop, and have a look at these. They look like miniature silk baubles, and I found it in 3 different colors. They were the 3 different colors that I found them in, and I thought, oh gosh, they look like tiny little the silk covered Christmas baubles. So I want to keep it a real vintage feel. So this is what I've chosen to put on the edge of it. A large sequin, hang on where I'll show you them. A large shiny sequin. So I'll pull a few of them out. Now a lot of these I've found at the Opshop. You know, you just have to source things where you can. And I've picked some of these little rice beads, some small beads, some little tiny other beads, some the little sparkly gold sequins that I just love so much, some little gold beads. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'll show you what I'm putting on. So I'm skipping to every second thing in the pattern here because these sequins are so large. Okay, so I've got these other little sequins here that are very similar to the larger ones. They've got this sparkle and these flowers. So I might put one of them in between each of the big ones. So we'll put a little one on, and we'll just put a little clear bead, I think, in that. There's some pretty little clear ones there, and they'll show up what's underneath them. So we just go back through that, and that will sit in between just to give that sparkle. So let's go back over to here and put a big sequin on. We're going to put on a glitter bead first, then 10 of these white ones, oops, we've got 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 10 of them, another little gold sparkly, and then a little flower that's going to cup downwards, then our little silk bead. Is that right? Yep. Then a rice bead, and then one of these little cream beads. Oops. And then we're going to miss that last bead. You get down there and go through all the rest. And when we come up, we're going to come up just up here, just above it. I can pull you up. And then we're going to put on a sparkle bead and a little tiny gold one, just to give it a little bit of interest above that. And then we will pop over to the next side and do it all again. Okay, I've gone all the way around here, and to finish my bauble off, I'm going to put some of this vintage bead yarn on it. If I can get it through there. And then through the loop. And look at my bauble. Isn't it gorgeous? It's really hard to see because it's not dropping, you know. But I'll put a little video up at the end of it on the Christmas tree. And that's what it looks like all the way around. I love the addition of the little small doily on top, the little star motif. Now to finish it off, I've got one of these large sequins for the bottom and a little gold sequin, a bead, an elongated drop bead, which they're just gorgeous, and then another bead. Let me get you on, and then I'll go back through the sequin and we'll tie that off. And then I'll just hide my thread in behind there. I'm using a thread that's the same colour. And clip you off. And we've got a gorgeous little drop bead on the bottom, which just looks so cute. It's a bit hard to see at this angle, but I will put a video of it on the Christmas tree. Isn't that gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. And now I've created a beautiful little heirloom that I can pass on then to my family, with an heirloom that somebody has, you know, crocheted each little loop with. Just gorgeous. And I've saved these little doilies. Aren't they beautiful? Just beautiful. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed watching that, and you give it a go, and check out your other doilies to see what can fit over your baubles and make some gorgeous Christmas decorations. I just love how that turned out, and I've already gone and put it on the Christmas tree. So if you're new here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe and like, share, and I'll see you soon for a new video. Thanks for watching.